What's been happening in Afghanistan has reverberated around the world. And at a press conference this week, a Taliban spokesperson said women's rights would be respected within the limits of Islam, but did not explain further. And for those that lived under the Taliban rule of the mid-90s, do not see it as reassurance.
I feel from now, the voices of women will be silent.
Najla Ayoubi is a former Afghan judge and prosecutor and a longtime activist for women's rights in Afghanistan. She says she had to flee in 2015 because of her stance and says she's heard these promises from the Taliban before.
But once they deepen their roots into the society, then start the restrictions on not only women, but also men.
It's something CU Boulder professor Jennifer Fleury knows too. She spent decades researching women's activism in Afghanistan.
They prevented women from participating in all aspects of public life. Women couldn't work outside the home. They weren't allowed to go to school. They weren't allowed to really participate.
Both Fleury and Ayoubi said it feels like sliding back after progress was being made across Afghanistan.
Legislations were developed in just lots of legislation that we never had. I can name it like elimination of violence against women law. We had from the zero, we have 3.5 million children was going to school. It is heartbreaking to see that all of our hard work are going to vanish.
They're saying all these, so-called nice words, but they're not really providing any plan to assure people that they'll be able to carry on their lives. I don't think it's conclusive, but I do think the fear is real and should not be ignored.
But that fear is not without some optimism, says Ayoubi.
We know how to resist and we know how to survive, because we did it last time and we will be doing it again. And hope the international community stand by us.
Luis De Leon, 9 News.